guys, today I am making a recipe from our November issue that I'm very excited about because it is a recipe dear to my heart. It is my dad's layered cornbread. And to make that recipe for you guys, I have a special guest today, and that is my dad.
Thank you very much.
All right, so then the first step is we are going to brush a little bit of corn oil in the pan, and then we're going to sprinkle it with just a little bit of cornmeal, right? Just enough to, then we'll toast it, just enough to coat the pan, right?
The whole thing, though.
Okay.
I mean, what I usually do is, as you're doing it, I just go like this, you know.
Oh yeah, so it's basically the same thing you do with like a cake.
And go all the way around so that all of it gets evenly.
Okay.
So
we'll do it like this.
Yeah.
We'll put it in.
You want to get the sides too, so it comes out really easy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is exactly how you would flour a cake pan if you were making a cake, which I'm sure you don't know that, but
It was
intuitively you did.
Yeah, exactly. This is such a fun thing to do. And people love it, man. They just love it.
So,
It's almost like Mexican lasagna or something, right?
yeah, totally. Yeah, so this is not how you would think of cornbread. It's not really a side dish. It's more like a main event.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna toast this in a 350-degree oven for just like 4 or 5 minutes, just to toast it.
Yeah,
right?
you can just make sure that you can see when it's time.
Well, it'll start smelling kind of toasted, and then yeah.
You don't want to burn it though.
No. Okay, so like 3 minutes. Okay, and while that's happening, I think, why don't we make the batter?
Okay.
So, here you go. I've meased it out for you. So, first thing you're gonna do is whisk together the oil, right? Oil, milk, 3 eggs, 1 1/4 cups of cornmeal. The other thing is this recipe is gluten-free, which I don't even think you knew that.
No, I didn't even know what gluten was when I started making this thing.
It was definitely not intentional. It just happens to be gluten-free because it's made with cornmeal and there's no flour in it. So that's nice also. Okay, so can you add the oil? It's a 1/2 cup of oil.
What do you start with? I mean, I just kind of wing it.
It doesn't really matter. You could crack the eggs in there.
And whip them up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So
you want me to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the world's greatest egg cracker, but I'll try. There's 1.
So good.
There's 2.
Excellent.
And there is 3. Now you whip these guys up a little bit.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You're probably a better whipper than I am.
It's whisk.
Whisk.
Whisk them in, and then basically we're just going to add all the liquid ingredients. We're just not going to add the things that you layer with, obviously.
Right.
Okay. So oil goes in.
I think you got to mix that real good.
I think it's alright. I can mix it all together because I'm going to whisk it all together. 1/2 cup of oil, 1 1/2 cups of milk, whole milk, right?
Right.
And then this is a very important ingredient, right?
Oh, you got to have this, or you have struck out with the bases loaded. This is the secret.
Secret ingredient.
It is, yeah.
And this is probably why you can make it without flour, because this is cream style corn, different from regular canned
kernel corn. Yeah, you have to have cream style. When do you want me to put it in?
You can put it in now.
This is the glue.
Yeah.
It glues it all together and makes it.
It helps it come together.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna add the cornmeal.
You want me to add the cornmeal?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
No, 1 1/4 cups. So this is a 1/4 cup measure. So do 5 of these. 1, you do the other 4. And I smell the cornmeal, so I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take the pan out. Is that good? Or a little more?
A little bit more. I think that's the right amount. I did 4.
Perfect.
Don't forget the salt and the baking soda. It's a must.
Yes, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. I use Diamond Crystal kosher salt. Morton's kosher salt would be a little less. And then 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda. Make sure you mix it really well so that all gets distributed.
It makes the grass.
That's right. It's nice you'd make it every we make it every holiday, and then it was famous, so people would come over, you'd cut them off, you'd make trays, you made vegetarian versions for your vegetarian friends, and everybody waited for it every year. My dad really only cooks one day a year. That's when
it would be great. All my musician friends, it became a very big LA musician favorite, right?
Yes, it's true.
Everybody would come, we'd, eat out in the backyard.
So usually when you make it, you make like 4 or 5 or 6 times this recipe, and he makes tons of pans of it and gives them away to friends, or we freeze it.
I'll tell you what goes good with it, especially for the holidays, is cabbage and black-eyed peas.
Oh yeah, for New Year's Day. And then I've been making it with, you make it with chicken, but I think it's really good with like leftover turkey after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I guess. I never did that. I'm a chicken man, you might say.
Okay, so
but the black-eyed peas now, that's another story. Black-eyed peas with it is unbelievable.
Delicious. And sauteed greens.
And sauteed greens, but cabbage is what we always use.
Yeah.
Because cabbage is for money, and black-eyed peas is for luck. So you eat this, you feel great, you make plenty of money the rest of the year, and you stay away from people
that are bad luck.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Dad, does this color look good for
That looks perfect, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. That's exactly the way you want it.
Yeah, and it smells ready too. Like it smells more toasted. Okay, so that was like 4 minutes in the oven at 350. So now we're gonna layer the cornbread. So I'm gonna do half, and you like to what?
I like to go down the middle and then spread it out to the sides, I think it covers better.
For even distribution, okay.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just eyeball half of it, right? You need to save enough. It's just enough to cover the top, like barely.
It looks good. That looks perfect.
Okay. And sometimes you make vegetarian versions of this too, right?
Right, and then you don't use the chicken, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is the same. You might use a little more cheese when you make the vegetarian one.
Yeah. Okay. And then what? Cilantro?
Right. Jalapeños, anything else?
It's like half a cup of cilantro. And I called for sliced pickled jalapeños, but you like to chop them.
I like to chop them because I like them to cover the whole thing, and they, the sliced ones take up more space.
Yeah,
and
so
these can be
bite.
Each bite will have one in it if you.
That's why you're the pro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
2 cups of cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is
make it very even.
Shredded cheddar, but sometimes you also do a mix of.
You can use the mixed Mexican and cheddar.
The Mexican blend. Yeah, it's like half cheddar. I think it's a mix of cheddar and Monterey Jack.
Yeah, I think.
Which is nice because that gets kind of melty, extra melty, which is good. Okay. Top it off the rest of the batter. Okay, so we are going to pop this in a 350-degree oven until it's cooked through and a toothpick inserted in the middle comes out clean. That'll take about an hour.
Yeah, that's just about exactly an hour. It's good too. When it comes out, you can call your neighbors and then call the law. Because it means they're going to be like whooping it up. They're going to be so happy.
All right. See you in an hour.
Very good. This is the first time we ever did it together on camera.
It's true. We've been making it together for decades.
Since you were born, basically.
Yeah, but never on camera. It's been an hour. It smells delicious.
Really does, and we've checked it.
Yeah, we've checked it.
With the thing,
Mm-hmm.
straw.
Golden, beautiful.
I can't see around you, but I do.
What do you
Ooh,
think?
delicious. Yes, that's the real deal right
It
there.
smells so good.
Mmm. Yeah, that's it.
Nice?
Oh yeah.
Should we make like 10 more? Give them out to
Sure.
the holidays?
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, we used to make about at least 6 or 7.
Yeah. Looks good. Okay, we'll
Okay.
let it cool for a little bit and then we'll have it for dinner, right?
Fabulous. Great job.
Thanks, everyone.
It's never looked better, and I'm sure it's never tasted better. I can't wait. I'm so proud.
In the November issue, go check it out. Thanks, Dad.